Oh yeah, pipe smokers. Yeah, this is Paul Gilson, aka Paul the Pipe Guy, live from the outskirts of Rochester, New York, in the United States of America. And I'm going to do something that I've never done. Um, Actually, it was Mark Hill, my good friend, my good mate. I love you, brother, from another mother. Uh, he is from the UK, and I saw something on one of his videos, and he dedicated a video to me and my two sons that passed away. Thank you very much. That's all I'm going to touch on it. This is something I've never done before, but I saw he had a jar with Cornell and Deal, Two Friends Celtic Mist, which is one of my favorites. I'm not going to do a tobacco review on that. All right, you can look it up. So Mark gifted this tin among a few others, and I always write things down, okay? And it says from Mark Hall, Welsh Piper 62, gifted on 2/28 of 2022. So that's over a year ago now. So when you have pipe tobacco that's tinned like this, all right, there's no real oxygen in there, so it'll age at a snail's pace. Okay, so this is and on the one thing I love about Cornell and Deal, they actually put the date when they tinned it. And so I have 3 tins here. I have several tins of this particular blend, Two Friends Celtic Mist by Cornell and Deal, and I wanted to make sure all the dates matched. And the date that these were tinned is 9/26 of 2021 on that tin. The second tin, 9/26 2021, same blend. And the third tin, Two Friends Celtic Mist, tinned on 9/26 of 2021. So what I saw in Mark's video that impressed me, he had Two Friends Celtic Mist. And what he had done is he had taken a mason jar like this. This is a made in the USA Ball mason jar, all right? You can store tobacco in this for hundreds of years, and it will never dry out or go bad, all right? In fact, I had a friend of mine inherited his grandfather's cellar, all right? And he said the tobacco was over 50 years old, and it was fresh as the day it was made. But once you open the tin, what it does, it introduces the tobacco to oxygen, and then it starts to age, then it starts to perk. Right now, this is vacuum sealed, so there's very little to no oxygen. So, you could let this tin sit for, 30 years, and you can tell when it starts to age because, it'll have a little bump over the top. It'll start to, pop up. So what we're going to do in tonight's video, and it is the 2nd of May, 2023. Yep. According to Miss May, that's what she says. She's the boss of the refrigerator and whatever, and the date keeping. So we're going to, actually, this is Crumble Plug. So we're going to open the first 10, all right? And I love this. So 3 fresh tins. Watch this. Oh, love that. Oh, and the smell is divine, all right? Cornell and Deal does just a great job. So we have, actually, I'm sorry, it's not Crumble Plug. It's actually ribbon cut. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 3 tins, and each one of these tins, I believe, is 50 grams. I'm not going to bore you on this. When I pause the video, I'll look it up. So what we're going to do is cleanliness is next to godliness, all right? When it comes to tobacco or anything or cooking, whatever. So my hands have been cleaned and sanitized. The Ball mason jar has been cleaned and sanitized, okay? So now that we've introduced this to oxygen, We actually, so the ball mason jar has a seal on it like that and a ring that goes on it like so. And once you put it in there, it'll last hundreds of years. So the other thing that I have is this canning, I don't know what you'd call it, a canning funnel, so that it makes the top wider. So we're going to take the first 10, we're going to dump it in there, all right? These are all, they all have the same born on date, all right? So they're basically the same batch, all right? So that's what we did. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to repeat the process 3 more times. I'm going to pause the video so I do not bore you. The smell on this is divine. Thank you, Mark, for your, for gifting this to me, on 2/28 of 2022. That makes it 14 months old. And it was tinned from the factory on 9/26 of 2021, which makes it about a year, more than a year and a half old. So we're going to pause the video. We're going to load this jar up, and we'll be right back in a nanosecond. Yeah. Alrighty, so Paul the Pipe Guy's back. Yeah. It's the Paul Gilson YouTube channel, PaulGilson. So what I did is I opened the first tin, all right, and I poured it in there as such, as I showed you, with this canning funnel, all right, and so each tin has 2 ounces of tobacco in it, 2 fronts, same born on date meaning the date it was tinned from the factory. So I had 3 tins here, but I didn't really want to crush it down. So what I did is I put 2 tins, so there's 4 ounces in here, which I forgot to do the conversion to grams, 4 US ounces. And then what I did is I cut the label off of this tin, all right, ever so gently, and I actually attached the label to the jar. So there's 4 ounces in here right now. I didn't want to try to get 2 more ounces in there because it just would have crushed it down, but right now she's got oxygen in there. She's perking, all right? And with my tobacco collection, I wrote on the top of the jar, you might be able to see it, all right? But I wrote tin date, which is when the factory tinned it, put it in the tin, vacuum sealed on 9/26, 2021. And then I put jarred 5/2 of 2023. So now I have all the dates, so like 10, 20 years from now, I'll know exactly what this is and how long it's aged. And that's the way I do it. Thank you, Mark, for giving me that idea, of opening up these tins. Anyways, I'm Paul the Pipe Guy, live from the outskirts of Rochester, New York, in the United States of America. Thank the Lord. Yeah. Anyways, peace out, and happy pipe smoking, pipe smokers. And Welsh Piper 62, your video was so awesome. It was so heartfelt, and I love you so much, mate. No worries. You don't need to remember the dates of when my kids, 2 sons passed away. Yeah, that's not your job. All right. Remember the date that you got your mate. That's all I have to say. I love you, my brother. Anyways, thank you, Mark, for the ideas. And that is going to sit in here and will be good for hundreds of years. Thank you. Made in the USA, ball mason jars. Anyways, I'm Paul the Pipe Guy. Over and out. Happy pipe smoking, pipe smokers.